Yo guys, what's up? This is Safex, and I'm going to be covering a lot of shit in this one. First, I want to talk about some Gears of motherfucking War 3. This game right here has been a fucking doozy over the past couple of months. I know when this game first came out, I made a commentary saying, oh, this is Game of the Year. And, of course, it didn't win it because, you know, of other campaign games named Skyrim. You know, I guess they were better. But as far as multiplayer goes, this is still the best 2011 multiplayer game, definitely. I mean, when you compare it to a game like Modern Warfare 3, of course this game is better, but it's not by a long shot like I had anticipated. Now, of course, some of you guys are like, oh, of course, this isn't a surprise at all. The thing that I wasn't anticipating with this game, I mean, look at this. This is just a great example. Dedicated servers, this is ranked. I'm like 3 feet behind him on his right, and he just backpacks me like it's nothing. The two Cantuses in this game were either horrible or they're absolute sponges, and you'll see what I mean. And I am playing as Anya just because I was in that kind of mood. Yeah, let me get into my explanation of like this game right here. Okay, these are a few shots. That was fine. I'm gonna try to stay away from the gameplay for now. The thing that I didn't anticipate with Gears of War 3 online multiplayer is how influential teammates would be. Now, this game isn't going to be a good example because I actually am running with a party of 4. It's me, Cobra, Vaccine, and Snake. I know Vaccine and Snake are new to the series, and I'm not going to expect them to backpack. I'm not going to expect them to go like 10 KD or anything like that, or anything obscene. But when you're playing this game alone, it is absolutely atrocious. I would much rather play this game, here's a nice little start off. I'd much rather play Modern Warfare 3 with awful teammates. There's Chainsaw's not good enough. I'd much rather play Modern Warfare 3 with awful teammates than Gears of War 3 with awful teammates. And look at this. You could talk about the weapons in this game all day. Hammer Burst. I didn't even get to pick up the weapon and start to move before he had downed me. Is that a balanced weapon? No, it's not. By the time I start shooting, or start to pick it up, and by the time I finish, he has downed me with the hammer burst from halfway across the map. This is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way you can say that's balanced at all. But back to the good old teammates. The difference between Gears of War 3 and any other shooter is that it is nearly impossible to just straight up carry your team. It can be done, but compared to Modern Warfare 3 or any Halo game, it is much more difficult because of the particular game modes, how the maps are set up, how the weapon layouts are. It's ridiculously difficult, and when you get total dodo brains, there's basically nothing you can do. And that part of this game absolutely pisses me off. That combined with all of the damn Mexicans in this game. I do not understand why I play against so much Mexicans. For the first time ever, last week, I was in a game with 9 Mexicans, and I was the only American. I live in Arizona. I don't live in Mexico. What? I mean, I'm obviously getting matched up with Mexican servers. If you play this game and you live in California or anywhere in the Southwest, yeah, Texas probably too, just go to your recent players. Look at how many of them are from Mexico. It's more than half. Guarantee. It's more than half. I don't understand. Their play style is so annoying. They use the cheapest shit in the game, and they're bad at doing it, but they still get away with it. And they're absolutely horrible at the game. And when they're on your team, it's so painful. It's so painful. The only time this game is fun is when you're playing on a decent server and you have fairly good teammates that can hold their own. I dropped a 43-8 on a party of like 3 on Mercy, and it was an absolute blast. And within like a couple games, I had to get off because the tables are turned and there's nothing I can do, and it just wasn't fun. That happens way too often. I don't understand why it happens so much either. With that being said, I cannot wait for the Forces of Nature map pack to release tomorrow, because they're bringing 5 new maps, which will hopefully all be better than Overpass and Trenches. Overpass they took out, which is awesome. And they're bringing back Guardian, which was by far the most enjoyable playlist on Gears of War 2. It was all me and Cobra played pretty much, and some Execution of course, and a little bit of Annex, but Guardian was definitely the best playlist in that game. Hopefully it'll translate well, because if it doesn't, then I don't know how much longer I can play this game. TDM is worst playlist in this game. Spawn protection is absolutely horrible. It lasts for like 8 seconds. I know it says 6 seconds at the top, but you also get another like 1.5 of invulnerability or something. You can test it out for yourself. Warzone execution with these maps and the sawed off, they don't translate very well. King of the Hill is basically the only respawn game type I can play alone. Capture the Leader alone is a total nightmare, and Guardian better save the day. I've seen some people say, look at that shit. I've seen some people say they can't wait to play Raven Down. This could be the worst map to ever bring back for a video game. Okay, Gears 1. 99% of the time, everyone was going to spawn and pull out the shotgun, and it was going to be 4v4 shotgun battles. And this game, are you kidding me? It would be a miracle if that would happen. And TDM too, with respawns? It's Retro Lancer on that map, Sawed Off on that map, planted nades, and they're gonna probably fuck it up and put a digger in there or something. No way. Raven Down is gonna be absolutely horrible. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, the exploratory boys, they're fucking elite, dude. Jacinto, I'm kind of scared of Jacinto because the planted nades as well. Everybody's gonna go up in the 2 towers when the nade spawns, but the sniper will be fucking deadly on that map because the sniper actually registers in this game. If there was active downs in this game with the sniper, I pretty much wouldn't die, because that's all I get. Basically, I get hit markers. Okay, I'm not gonna call them hit markers. I just get body shots all the time. I'll hit you and you'll scream, and then I'll pull out my pistol and finish you off. I hardly ever get headshots anymore. So here's the final. I think I went like, the score will come up soon. It was 2-1. I didn't really show the end of the rounds because nothing was happening. I just wanted to show just some registration of and the hammer burst and me choking the boom shot kill. Just some shotgun play. But yeah, this game right here is, it's another thing. It's so inconsistent. It's amazing how you can just go from having a blast to wanting to never play the game again. Where Modern Warfare 3 was, you could almost have fun, and then the entire time you pretty much don't want to be playing. I mean, it's just not even fun to play. So here's the score. I went 46 and 20. Damn, I died 26 times. I think I was in this game. I was doing well, and then I had like a death streak. Like literally died like 6 times in a row, and then I picked it up. As you can see, not too much rank being played out of us 4. Look at our teammate. Nice solid 0.4 win loss. I'm not sure what mine was, but I know it was higher than 0.4. 0.3. Look how... Who are they losing to? Where are the people with the above 1 win losses? I don't understand why stats are always so bad from players in video games. These are atrocious stats I'm looking at right now. Who are they losing to? Are they losing to party 5s every game? Okay, there you go. 2.3. Only 10 matches played. So here we go. Some good old Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. These next, I want to say 3 games, well, of course, right now I'm not. I mean, look at this. Okay, I've seen 5-1s here like all day. Oh, like 3 people went this way, and I get fucking tunos. Textbooks, sleight of hand, assassin, pro, sit, rep, kick, MP45, rapid fire. There we go. Alright, so the following gameplay it's honestly just more evidence of how easy the game is when you use a silent P90 with rapid fire, or not rapid fire, with assassin. And not P90, silent SMG. There we go. As you can see, this host is not that good at all by how much I'm twitching. Some guy named Simulus got a triple Moab the other day, and somebody else, can't remember his name, got a he went 105-3 with a 50 gun streak. And I'm just gonna be honest here. The game, this is the easiest Call of Duty if you use a silent SMG with assassin and you don't play the objective. It is by far the easiest one. You can roam around and do whatever you want. You'll never be on radar. You will have arguably the best gun in the game, whether it be this or the P90, or the MP7 or the PP90. They're the fastest killing guns. I mean, look at this. I just killed 4 people and I still have like 12 bullets left. Of course, I will always get hated on no matter what gameplay or game I have. If this was anybody else, they wouldn't even have gotten shot at right there. I mean, this kid was on the underpass and he got a 50 gun streak in like the same spot because he was shooting them all in the back the entire time. But yeah, comparing this to the other ones, okay, any setup on Modern Warfare 2 won't matter because you could easily just get noob tube out of fucking nowhere. Or commando knifed or any of the other dumb shit in that game. Spaz 12 from like half a mile away. World at War, you could argue that the MP40 jug made it really easy, but the difference between not being on radar and being on radar is so huge, it's ridiculous. And with the MP40, you hardly ever saw it with a silencer. That just makes this setup right here so much easier. I mean, if Juggernaut was in this game, and you could have all the perks with Juggernaut, oh my god, I'd probably still own it. And with these kill streaks I'm running, I wasn't even taking full advantage of the kill streaks. If I had Predator, Reaper AC-130, or Reaper AC-130 Osprey Gunner, I would probably have gotten like 20 more kills, but I was using Juggernaut just to get the fucking emblem, because I think the emblem for the Assault Juggernaut looks the best, and I would use it. I used it for quite a damn long time, and of course, I get shot down immediately. Honk honk. Let's just listen. Huh? Honk. See the alarm clock, dude. It's time to wake up. Get out of that kill streak. But yeah, and then of course CoD 4. I mean, M16. Yeah, but you're gonna lose some close range battles a lot, actually, to an MP5 or P90, 74U. And then how could I forget the FAMAS Red Dot on Black Ops? But that game, you want to talk about an inconsistent game? You could get blop shotted easily on that game, and that there's the most recoil by far in that one. So sometimes the FAMAS would be a laser beam, and sometimes it would decide to kick to the left or to the right, or wherever it wanted. And it's that element of Black Ops that I never liked, the random recoil, where you could get sniped by a Galil with no problem, but if you tried to do it, the Galil would be everywhere and you would be kicking all over the place. If there's anything I like about the Infinity Ward games, it's that the guns like the ACR are basically laser beams and they're consistent. At least I would honestly rather have a nub spray at me with an ACR and have it be no recoil than a nub spray at me with a Galil and have it be no recoil, because if I tried it, it just wouldn't work out the same way. So that's one part of Black Ops that I never did like, and it didn't help for competitive play at all. I mean, if any of you guys saw my my end of Black Ops commentary, the very first clip is me playing GB, and I'm trying to precisely shoot the kid with the FAMAS from across the map. I hit marker him, he just turns around and sprays me from across the map, across the map. I don't know how I worded it right there. And look at this. Oh, I see skulls. Oh, sniped. Blind Eye, Assassin, Dead Sound, Heartbeat Sensor, probably Extended Mags, L18. So that pissed me off right there. I was looking for that Salt Moab. I have no clue how many kills I got. I honestly don't give a shit. It's probably at least 15. Oh man, we're just going right back in, of course. Wow, I hardly ever drop shot. I probably drop shot once every like 5 games, but not even that much. I think I get, yeah, incoming grenade. Look at that class. Dead silence on this one. That's a Woody's gamer tag watcher right there. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Speaking of Woody's gamer tag, can't make a Call of Duty video without mentioning him. Now I can honestly do these for every video he makes. His Hardline video. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Alright, so according to I 100% understand his argument. I actually thought of this a long time ago. His argument is that if you spawn with Hardline, you are basically wasting a perk, because if you spawn with an assassin, when you get your perks, you'll get 3 useful, quote-unquote, useful perks. But if you spawn with Hardline, that isn't useful. So instead of having Assassin plus 3 perks, you're just going to have Hardline, a useless perk, and then 3 more perks. And you'll get Specialist at 7 instead of 8. What he... I don't know, I didn't do a very good job explaining that. Hopefully you got it, though. What he is completely missing out is that, first of all, with Hardline Pro, 2 assists count towards your next kill streak. For a player like me, I love it. I could get 10 assists every single game without a problem, just by throwing flashes, people getting finished by my gun or whatever, stupid death streaks in the game. Air support assists. I've almost gotten Reapers just from Osprey gunners while in the air and having Hardline Pro, because the amount of assists I've gotten. He completely disregards this. Hardline Pro has saved my ass countless times on this game, and that's the reason why I spawned with it. For every 2 assists, I'll get 1 towards my kill streak. Another thing, if you have Hardline and you just cap a flag immediately, boom, you have Assassin. So you can have the 2 assists towards a kill streak, and you have Assassin on first spawn without a problem. He's just... And then, my favorite part about it is, look at this shit. Let's just shoot a random javelin over here. Oh, got one. My favorite part about this video is how he's, I guess, a Call of Duty god, and he gets to determine what useful perks are. He has all of the perks in red that are useful, and he has Hardline, which isn't useful in black. Blast Shield is useful perk. What did I just say? Perk. According to Woody's gamer tag. Blast Shield. Blast Shield's probably saved me, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, like 6 times on Modern Warfare 3. That's nothing. I put maybe 7 days in this game, 6 times. Blast Shield Pro sucks. But of course, since Woody's gamer tag says it's useless or useful, then it's better than Hardline Pro. I'd rather have Hardline Pro than Blind Eye. I can easily just go into a building and avoid the enemy air support. Of course, Blind Eye is nice, but I'd still rather have Hardline Pro. It just... A lot of the shit he says just doesn't make any sense. See, here's the set. This is the first game that I'm showing of this session. In this game, I ended up going 60-6. And, did that look hard? It could have been better if I didn't get retardedly javelined and sniped by that stupid camper building in the back. This right here is the very next fucking game. And I went, let's see. Oh, so that was the 57-4, and this is the 60-6. And it's the exact same loadout, same lobby, different map. Let's see if I can get a nice little spray here. Oh, look, there's nobody there. Let's see, where can I go from this? Oh, I know exactly where I can go. You guys remember this guy named Thunder Toro, or 402 Thunder, whatever the fuck he likes to call himself now, Legend of Thunder? Yeah, remember that guy who'd leave those random ass I love TCG comments months and months ago with all exclamation points, and then you fanboys would thumb him up to like 30 plus every single time. Yeah, you remember that guy? Yeah, he blocked me on YouTube and Twitter. Yeah, that guy. Pretty cool, huh? I honestly don't even know what I did. I guess I left a comment that he didn't like. Can't sub to him, can't follow him on Twitter, straight up blocked. Yeah, pretty cool guy. And the ironic thing is, I figured this out because I honestly wanted to hear his opinion on some of the stuff that's been happening recently. And I went to click subscribe, and then it said subscribe, not subscribed. And I was like, wait a minute, that's when somebody blocks you. And then I tried to write a comment just to make sure, and it said, you cannot comment on a video from a user who has blocked you. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I made a tweet about it. I honestly can't even explain how ridiculous that is. But, I mean, I find it to be hilarious. And speaking of Thunder, he could be one of the biggest hypocrites of all time. I loved the video that some guy made showing how he's like, oh, Warfare 3 is the best game. This is the best Call of Duty ever made. Good job, Infinity War, blah, 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 blah. You could just hear the shit falling from his mouth onto the floor. The bullshit that he was saying. Next thing you know, Warfare 3 is the worst game ever made. I'm going back to Warfare 2, blah, 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 blah. He hasn't posted a Warfare 3 video in such a long time. It's kind of cute, not gonna lie. How can you go from saying this is the best game ever made to just totally hating on it and not posting it at all? And he goes and he plays Black Ops, a game he has hated on so much. Warfare 2, another game he's hated on. I don't know how he gets away with it. It's miraculous. And speaking of Black Ops, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've had an urge to play, not Warfare 3, but to play Black Ops, and maybe even some unhacked World at War recently. I could only imagine the total nubs on Black Ops, and what made me think of playing it is, could you imagine if Specialist was in Black Ops? Oh my god. Having all of the perks in that game, sleight of hand, steady aim, and hardened pro, flak jacket, and lightweight, and ghost, and then with marathon, and dead silence, or ninja pro, and dark mask pro. Oh my god. What you would do, okay, this would be the setup right here. I'll just break it down for you right now. You'd spawn with lightweight. Actually, no, you'd spawn with yeah, this is it. You'd spawn with a Hardline Pro, Warlord Pro, Ninja Pro, FAMAS with red dot and extended mags. Your first perk would be Sleight of Hand Pro, and then you'd do lightweight or flak jacket. I would easily do lightweight every single time, but depending on who I was playing against, I might have to do flak jacket. And then you'd either do ghost, maybe scavenger if you needed more bullets, or marathon. And in that, and like capture the flag, would be fucking dominant as hell. I would love to play that game right now if Specialist was in it. And that brings me to my next point. What the hell is going on with the Call of Duty that's supposed to come out this winter? And what do you know, dying to dead silence because he's level 4. I mean, Fist is making these videos that just, who the fuck knows what he's talking about, where he's getting this from information. Robert Bowling fucking resigned today. I don't know if this is an April Fool's joke or what's going on there. I mean, what the hell? I mean, is whoever's making Call of Duty, I guess Activision, are they really realizing that they don't want it to turn into Guitar Hero because they're literally on the same pace or the same path? Are they actually going to make good changes for the series? I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I'm not gonna make stupid update videos like this every single fucking day like other YouTubers named fucking Lala Cuffs. Look at this guy. Just a little hip fire, just a little baby hip fire. But yeah, I'd really like to see if they can actually improve the next Call of Duty. And another Call of Duty thing that's been going on recently. Gotta talk. I mean, I could easily mention advanced UAV in these every single time. This kid is setting the bar for the worst videos ever made. Not even on the internet. He is the worst commentator ever. He's worse than Boom Goes the Dynamite himself. If you actually try to listen what he says and you don't pay attention to the accent, the hey guys, it's advanced UAV, just all over the place with this pitch and stuff. The stuff that comes out of that boy's mouth, I would be embarrassed to say that and have it go on YouTube, because I don't know if he's nervous, or if he's stupid, or if he's a troll, but he's got to improve somehow. It's hard to listen to. I mean, if y'all aren't subbed yet, it's the easiest sub probably ever. The moment I heard about this kid, I clicked subscribe because I needed to be caught up with what the hell is coming out of that boy's mouth. And he wants to be every big YouTuber so badly, just from the way he steps in front of the camera in that gamertag video. It just screams fanboyism. It's honestly, if I was his parents, I'd be embarrassed. As you can see, this game right here with Assassin and a silent SMG, it's a fucking joke, dude. Oh my god. Look, they never know where I am. And I pretty much always have first shot. How could this be respected? I mean, the gameplays I really take notice are, of course, it's the ones, okay, I don't know why I said of course, it's the ones where there's no silencer, no rapid fire, no predator missile. Screw the predator missile. No, and then no special setup with Assassin Pro even in the setup. And if any of you guys know anybody who might resemble that kind of setup, please let me know, because I would love to see that kind of content. Because I mean, just for this past weekend, spring break was this past week, I was on YouTube way too much, and it's just every video they're hard to watch. I honestly look forward to seeing that orange thumbnail with the blue text, because at least I know what I'm going to get. I know that it's just going to be funny to listen to. But these other commentators, the guys in Team Noble, man. If that's the future of YouTube, then we're done. We're screwed. It's that simple. Alright, so that's enough with Call of Duty stuff. I want to get into a topic that I have not paid nearly enough attention to, and that is the world of sports. And I honestly want to get into this because of one man and one man only. Tiger Woods finally won an official PGA Tour event, for the first time in, I think, almost 3 years. 2.5 years since September 09, something like that. What do you know? That Silence guy killed me again. And honestly, I've been waiting for this for since then, pretty much. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Tiger Woods and just not necessarily golf fan, but if he's playing, I'll watch. It's that simple. And watching him win in the way he did, it felt so good. I cannot wait for the Masters. Holy cow. I wouldn't mind just teleporting to whatever it is in April. I mean, speaking of the Masters, the 2011 Masters, I remember it like it was yesterday. Waking up, turning on television immediately, and it was about 2 to 3 minutes after he had made the eagle putt on 8, and he was coming back, and I was just like, I was blown away. It was like the best feeling ever after waking up. And then from that moment on, it was so disappointing. When he three-putted on 12, I mean, I knew something was wrong because he still wasn't. It just showed that he still wasn't back, and he didn't have that killer instinct. Because he had a great opportunity for birdie, and then he walked away with bogey. And on 13, he had a very, very disappointing shot into the green to try to make eagle. And then on 14, I think he missed a putt. And then that goddamn 15th hole, man, when you thought there was a chance that he could still come back because everybody else was falling behind. And that damn South African guy, I can't remember his name, Schwartzwell maybe? He was in the mix. I think maybe Anthony Kim. Adam Scott was. I know Adam Scott was. They were up there, and he was there right with them. And he hit that perfect 2-iron to about 6 feet. And he had that for eagle. And he frickin' missed that putt, man. That was like the biggest heart-sinking miss putt feeling I think I've had and I've ever seen. It was horrible, not gonna lie. And then he'd missed the putt on 16, and then on 17 and 18 he didn't even hit the green in regulation. It was honestly the hardest 9 or 11 hole. No, let's see. It was the hardest 10 holes I've ever had to watch. Just knowing that he had come back after that horrible Saturday 74, making that eagle and seeing the first instant replay of it, and then it was just all downhill from there. And that's how the rest of his not career, but that's how it's been since then. Just shades of brilliance and then absolute disappointment after then. Just like, okay, I don't want to immediately compare him to LeBron James, but I mean, LeBron in the finals last year, I don't know if I talked about this, but Jesus Christ, what in the world? You know, I think I did talk about this. So LeBron's definitely been picking up this year, but he still doesn't have that closing killer instinct that I just mentioned before. He doesn't even take the game-winning shot, much less make it. And quick note about the finals last year, you know, you could be the best player ever, you can have the best team ever, but if the other team isn't missing, how can you win? Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, little midget, Jason Terry, none of them were missing. It was ridiculous. What are you going to do? Deshaun Stevenson even. If they don't miss, you can't beat them. It's that simple. Yeah, basketball this year. Jeremy Lin, you know, of Linsanity, he didn't really vanish, but I think a lot of people forgot about him. He's still putting up good numbers, and the Knicks are winning it again after D'Antoni getting fired. But he just pretty much vanished. Let's see, anything else? Basketball. The Wizards have finally dished out all of the fucking thugs in that team. That's a good thing. Hopefully John Wall will actually have a good career now. If any of you guys live in the DC area, you know about the Washington DC curse. I could easily do a commentary on that, but that's not for now. NFL, man, fucking I honestly, I have this theory that whoever I root for loses, and Tiger finally broke that. Once all that controversy with him basically started this theory, I mean, it extends even to esports. A team that I wanted, the team that I've been rooting for in pretty much every single MLG event has always lost in an embarrassing way too. Whether they choke or just they get stomped out. And of course, all those teams had neighbor on them. And then in football, I mean, you could look at it this way. The Broncos beating the Steelers was the only time where the team I wanted to win won. And that's just a horrible ratio. In the NBA, of course, I wanted the Thunder to beat the Mavericks. I wanted the Lakers to beat the Mavericks. I wanted the Knicks to beat the Celtics. It's just, it basically never goes my way. But hopefully things will change. You know, Tiger won. Hopefully this Masters, he'll win. That would be unbelievable. Second is first loser. It's that simple. I don't want him to come in second. I want him to win. Everything else would be a disappointment. Don't really care about baseball, even though I have wanted the Rangers to win the last 2 World Series, which is kind of funny because I couldn't care less about Texas teams. Let's see. Okay, more about football. Why in the world did the Jets pick up Tim Tebow? What are they gonna get out of him? Are they gonna get New York Mania media out of him? Is that what they were looking for? And then just who knows what's going on with that? Peyton Manning going to the Broncos. Really, Denver? Are you really too scared to play in the NFC? Are you too scared to play in Tennessee? That's just ratty. You kidding me? Like, with not going to Arizona? Larry Fitzgerald, okay. And Arizona weather and being in a dome. Hello. What? Why? Why would you say no to that? And then the Redskins getting RG3. The chances of that working out, I mean, just look at the past quarterbacks and coaches and all that shit. Donovan McNabb goes from Eagles prodigy to benched like 12 games in. Nobody saw that coming, except for maybe me. And then they have Rex Grossman. They're doing some things. They're 3-1. He gets benched. And what's his name comes in? I can't remember his name, but he ended up starting like 8 games. He didn't win 1 game. He had never won a game as a starter, and then I don't know if he won any games to start as Redskin this year, last year, whatever. Whoever made that call, who knows? And then RG3 gets drafted. So with past Redskins and just DC area sports, just total flunking bullshit disappointments. Hopefully he'll break the trend, but I mean, just look at Ovechkin. Prodigy gets drafted. They can't even get out of like the first round of the playoffs, and they've had the 1 seed for a couple years. And I just ran backwards like a fucking boss. So I don't know much longer. I'm getting tired right now, and I want to stop talking. If there's any topics you want me to talk about or cover, let me know. Still can't believe Thunder blocked me. That's just like the funniest thing ever. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the evidence.